I wake up every morning actually ready to come to work. I am excited to be here. I love the patients. I love the people I work with. I very rarely have days of, oh my gosh, what are we going to do today? It's more of, this is what we're doing today, and it's really great.
There are a lot of patients that need to receive both chemotherapy and radiation at the same time. So the ability to have everything under one roof is huge for the coordination of care and just for the ease for patients. There's no travel between places. You go from one, right back to the other. So really, time to me is valuable for patients. So anything that saves patients time, convenience, also increases the level of communication. I think that's huge.
It's made a huge difference. A lot of people have transportation issues. Even people who don't have transportation issues, even if they have a car, gas is so expensive, it's impossible for them to get to daily treatments back and forth to Syracuse on 81. So I think it's been, integral to their care and made it just that much more accessible.
It's great for the patients because they can just park, walk in, everything is right here available to them rather than having to park across the street, go in, get screened, and was so much more work for them to actually get here and get their treatment done. So, and it's an amazing space. We love it.
One of the best things is that we can meet all their needs here locally and not have to send them to Syracuse or Ithaca for everything, because it is expensive for a lot of our patients, and being able to do it right here is a nice option for the community.
It is great for the community. A lot of patients that were going either to Syracuse or Ithaca have been coming here, just closer to home for them, and they feel comfortable here.
It was very needed here. I mean, before you were either going to Syracuse or Ithaca or Binghamton, which is potentially an hour drive for people who are coming from Cincinnatus or Groton maybe, and people really needed a place to go that was 10 or 15 minutes from home so they could get the care and not have to worry about how they were getting there or having to take up 4 hours of their day.
Each of us does one small part. We're a cog in a wheel, but without each other, we can't make it work. Many patients have either financial difficulties with or no insurance or no food or no heat. And we have our social worker who's able to help with all of those things and get them grants and get help where they need it. We have our cancer nurse navigator who coordinates all of their appointments, because as you can imagine, it's really overwhelming when you hear that you have cancer and then you're seeing an oncologist and a surgeon and a radiation oncologist, and you've got to see your general practitioner, and it's just crazy and overwhelming. So Carrie, our cancer nurse navigator, really kind of ties everything in and brings them together and makes them feel like they have one place to feel safe.
I really enjoy being able to work one-on-one with them and to be able to help them through this journey that they're starting. To be able to give them all the resources, connect them with people who can help them through this, whether it's financially, assistance in the home, just understanding their diagnosis more.
We know that cancer diagnosis isn't just the medical component. We can help them psychosocial needs, financial needs, emotional support. We know patients are experiencing a lot of financial concerns, and we kind of meet them where they are, and then we all can work together to meet their needs.
I mean, my job when I meet patients is to try to really make sure that they understand what's happening and that we answer all their questions, and that they're aware of kind of the options and the different treatments that we have available to take care of them. We also try to keep a pretty relaxed atmosphere so that patients are not intimidated and are comfortable asking these questions that can be scary or difficult, and feel that they're in a comfortable space where they're going to hear the truth.
I would say that if you see a radiation oncologist as the captain of the ship, I would be something along the lines of the weapons officer, one way to think about it. So the radiation oncologist deals directly with the patient and directs the treatment, whereas I tend to be a bit more behind the scenes, working on treatment planning and optimizing care for each individual case.
So the patients really look forward to seeing us and laughing with us and, confiding in us and being tearful with us at times that needs to. We read the patients and what they need for that day, and, we try and just be there for them.
We honestly get pretty attached. They really are just an extension of our family in a way. We get to know them better, I would say. We know what their needs are. We know what their expectations are. And it's just good to be there for people. And they like to know us. They like to know, I think it's comforting for them to have continuity, have the same people, know who's going to be here, know who's going to take care of them, that kind of thing.
They're always asking about our lives and we're asking about their lives, and we're just trying to make it comfortable and the best experience it can be for them.
We're seeing these people all the time, sometimes, like I said, 5 days a week for treatment. So, and you see who comes in with them. It might be their daughter, it might be their spouse, it might be their son. So everybody just becomes a real close-knit family, and you care about them, so you can't help but, treat them like you would treat your own parent or your own grandparent.
Any way you can help a patient, to me, that's the best thing. Any way you can help to make their treatment go better, their day go better, just to care.
If you're from Cortland area, which I am, you know that the community is very tight-knit, and I think it's important to model that in the work that we do here at the center as well. People take pride in the work that they're doing with the patients and are pretty protective in supporting their needs.
At first, many people are a little bit guarded because they don't know what it's going to be like, they don't know what's going to happen, and we're only going to see them for a little bit. But once we get to know them every day, we talk about friends, family, loved ones, just day-to-day life, and that really builds a good relationship with us and the patients, and it builds a trust that they have with us.
A lot of times patients are very, very scared when they first start their treatment, and the nurses work really hard to make them feel comfortable.
You just reassure them that everything's going to be fine, that at first it's very overwhelming with everything that they may have to do, but we take one day at a time and each procedure at a time and get them through it.
Most of them come in extremely scared, not knowing what's going to happen, and I feel that I work well with people and I can try to put them at ease, try to be there for everything.
It is a team out there, so if there's anything that's not working just right, people step in and help out. If somebody's very, very anxious and one nurse is just not enough, we work as a team to just try and get things on a level playing field for everybody and they're comfortable.
Our patients really do look forward to being here after they've been here a few times and they start to feel comfortable with the process. It almost, coming from me actually being a cancer survivor, it's almost, it's therapeutic because you feel like you're doing something good. You feel like you're, as a patient getting your treatment, you feel like, okay, this is fighting the fight. This is me and my girls, my team helping me fight this fight. And then when their treatments are done, it's like a loss for them and for us because we miss them. We don't see them every day or every week or every month like we were. And so yeah, it's a strange but amazing relationship that we build with them, that they start out afraid of us and then we all end up being really close and supportive to each other. And I guess we do hold their hands, if not physically, even though I think we pretty much do hold people's hands and, give them hugs and give them love because it's a lot to go through.
We always try to walk them through from the moment that they come in, if they're going to change, what the table's going to look like, what the room looks like. We give them a little tour We talk about what the machine itself is going to do, how it spins around them, any pauses or sounds that they might hear.
We play music, so every person that comes in, we ask them if they want country or they want whatever. We have some patients ask for meditation music too, so whatever we can do to help calm their nerves, even if it means taking 10 minutes to just talk to them and get them calmed down and relaxed so that we can even get them into position, because it's very hard to get people lined up when they're super nervous too.
I think it's important to know like survival with cancer is, more common than not, and just those little things that we can do to make patients' day better and make this process better makes me happy with what I continue to do, and the change that we can make daily in their lives by just the smallest things keeps me positive.
I just feel very blessed and lucky to work with this group of co-workers and be able to care for the patients that come here.
I'm really proud to say that I work at the Renzi Cancer Center. It is a huge, huge benefit for the community. And, they always say, where's that? And I said, it's the big building, in the parking lot of the hospital. And they said, oh, that looks amazing. And I said, it really is.
It's pretty inspiring to know that we've made such a big difference in patients' lives and their family members. We can't always control the outcome, but we can control how they feel while they're being treated here. And I think that is one of our biggest gifts, is just to be able to make them feel cared for and more comfortable.
They're an inspiration to us more than they think. They come in, and there's just some of those that really just have the best attitude that you would never think going through what they're going through. But it's amazing each day.
I take it very seriously that they're, allowing me to be a part of their journey. It's, like you said, like we mentioned, it's scary for them. They sometimes don't always involve their family members. So I take it very seriously and try to let them know that I am thankful that they're letting me be a part of it and opening up, because they're vulnerable. And I think it's a way that I get to connect with them and the community to kind of walk them through a really hard time in their life. Probably one of the hardest times that they're ever going to see.
You're kind of welcomed into a very intimate part of somebody's life. Sometimes we're talking about life and death, or we're talking about different side effects of different treatments. And when you get to know your patients, you're rooting for them. You're doing everything you can to make sure that they have the best chance at coming out and feeling as great as possible.
It's very humbling. It makes you think every day of you've helped this patient, and it makes you think and look at life in a whole different perspective.
I am so proud to say that I work here. I live in Syracuse now, so when I go to the doctor, everyone's like, oh, well, where do you work? Because I show up in scrubs. I'm like, oh, I work at the new cancer center in Portland. And I've had multiple times, even physicians that are like, oh, I forget they have that there. And that's such a good resource for these people. And because they know they were seeing patients from down here before.
For me, it is an honor to be able to be a part of patient care, whether or not the patients actually ever see my face or know who I am or even what I do. I still just consider it an honor to be able to kill cancer. I like to tell people I have the best job in the world. I kill cancer all day. What else could you ask to be doing that would be any better than that?